Stand up over here. It's not my signing, it's your signing. Obviously, we're very pleased to announce that Charlie's agreed to a 3-year contract. I think I've said all along that the communication with your group, particularly with Mike and with Rick, has been outstanding. It's been a long period of time we've had discussions. Every negotiation has its own timeline. We felt very comfortable that we eventually would find a common ground. I'm fortunate that Charlie agrees and his group agrees, and excited. I've looked at this nothing other than well beyond 3 years as to what Charlie's going to play for the Boston Bruins. But we're obviously excited that we've got him back in the group here. An important part of our hockey club, and this year, last year, and many years going forward. So appreciate the organization and your support to find a common ground, and I'll turn it over to Charlie. All right, thanks.
How's everyone's summer? Yeah, just a lot of people I want to thank. First, the Jacobs family, Don, Cam, my agent Mike, for all the hard work he did. The staff, everybody here from the team, my teammates for respecting the process, and then most importantly my family and the people closest to me. I'm just really excited to get back now. Now I get committed to, not that I haven't, but now I get to focus on my conditioning and my execution and getting back to being the best player I can be for the start of the season. We have, we have a lot of motivation this year. Obviously to just win one more game than last year. So, I don't want to get too far ahead of, myself, but I think we are. I'm motivated. I know everyone is, and I'm just really excited to be back.
How anxious were you the last couple of days, Charlie, actually missing time on the ice? I'm sure you must have been.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that was difficult for me. I see all my teammates here, and obviously everybody kind of splits for the summer. So I'm here and I'm missing everybody, and then they're all back, and I just wanted to be a part and be back with everybody. We have something really special with this group, and I know it's been said since the moment I got here, but I missed everybody a lot, so I'm excited to be back. And like I said, I get to focus now on integrating back with whatever group I'm with for camp, and just focusing on being the best player I can be.
Charlie, when you see, I don't know if you were aware of it like last week or maybe a little before that, Torrey Krug tells the media he's willing to take less to stay here. We've seen other players do it. How does that speak to you in the situation you're in about just the culture here and being part of that, and knowing you'll eventually get paid, but you also want to win the cup, like you said?
Yeah, I didn't actually see that, but I know that that's something that resonates with a lot of guys. I don't think by any means it's not something that everyone can be happy with. I think that's where you find the common ground. But that being said, I think what we have here is special. There's no doubt about it. There's no place I'd rather be to be a part of such an unbelievable group of men, from staff to everybody involved. Like it's a blast to come to the rink every day. It truly is something special. I feel fortunate and blessed to be a part of it. And I think that it's something where we all want to be competitive and we all want to win. And how we were really close to getting that done last year. We all have the same goal this year, and I think that that making sure we're competitive, and I think that takes precedent, and doing what you need to do, to be a competitive team. I think that's most important to everybody.
Yeah, Charlie, you said from the beginning that you wanted to be here, and then when Donnie says well beyond the 3 years, what does that mean to you?
Well, that's something that makes me feel very fortunate, very grateful for those nice words. Obviously, my goal is and continues to be to do the best I can for the Boston Bruins. I can just reiterate how fortunate I am to be a part of this team and this organization, and I'm lucky. I'm happy to be back, and I'm not going to get too far down the road other than today. It was good to be back on the ice and good to see everybody, and tomorrow I get a chance to be a better hockey player, and we take it from there and we keep going.
Charlie, there were a lot of guys kind of around the league that were sort of in this situation. I mean, were you paying attention to what was happening, or were you trying to just block that out and let representatives in the team handle it?
No, I mean, you see certain things, but that being said, I think that each individual is different, and each individual case is unique. So you know, we see that in my instance, you know, that you know, it's not always, you know, the same exact thing. Everything fits different. You know, and we ultimately got to a deal that I'm very happy about, and I'm very happy to be here. You know, and to continue my future as a Boston Bruin.
Yeah, in a perfect world, Charlie, would you have wanted more time, more years to this contract, and to understand why it ended up being kind of 3 years, just given your sort of situation?
I mean, I don't really, you know, we landed on where we are, and I don't really think about the hypothetical of, you know, what if. I'm very happy with where we are right now. I know that, and I know that my family and myself, we all resonate the same thing, that we're very happy to be where we are right now, which is me right in front of you guys and getting to skate today and getting, you know, this all behind me. You know, we were joking around today. I made my emotional. You know, I don't know if I'm built for that. Like, I just want to play hockey, and that's the thing. Is that now I get to do that. You know, I'm very happy about that.
What you think of the stick tap when you got on the ice?
Yeah, I didn't want that. I thought something like that would happen, but I'm just thrilled to be back tomorrow. I don't, you know, hopefully I don't get a stick tap. I'll be one of the guys again.
Charlie, you said, you know, in the last time you met with us at the end of the year last year, you just, I want to be part of the city of champions too. Just looking at what you guys did last year now, what you have in front of you, I mean, are you confident you could eventually do that?
Yeah, I mean, I have no reason not to be. I think myself and the younger group of guys, we have that experience that is unbelievable experience that some people play 20 years and they're not fortunate enough to get there, and that's something that we have. I'm very grateful for it. You know, we can't go back and change anything now, but we have the future here in front of us, and we can do everything in my power. You know, I know everybody's going to be pulling the rope in the same direction. We're a motivated group, and I'm looking forward to just getting out there and making sure I do everything in my power to be ready to go for game 1 of the season, and to get us off on a positive note.
Donnie, should we expect another one of these for Brandon Carlo tomorrow?
Today's Charlie's day. You know, as I said, we had a lot of communication on Charlie's. I'll continue to have the same thing with Brandon. Every deal takes its time, and you know, that's my intention, is to go back to work and get Brandon back in the fold as well.
Doesn't it, now that this one's taken care of, does that allow even more focus to getting?
I'm a pretty good multitasker, so I think I could probably do both at the same time, you know, but you know, as I said, everybody's in their own individual, and we're not taking anything away from Charlie's day today.
Don, what does it mean to you? We were just talking with Charlie there, what he's saying about the culture here and how much he wants to be part of that. You've got a lot of young guys that are feeling that way. How does that make you feel as a GM right now?
Well, I'm proud of our guys. You know, I said that last year. I said it at the start of the year. This year, I'm proud of what they accomplished last year, and they should be as well. You know, we have to turn the page, and everybody, you know, starts at the same point to climb the same hill, and that's a difficult challenge. But I think they've been supported by a pretty unique group of individuals that have won. I think they recognize that. I think Charlie would acknowledge that they have recognized that they've been supported, but they've also been put in situations for their own talents to shine forth, and they've all stepped forward and helped us get to this point. But you know, we have to keep going. You know, we didn't accomplish the goal, and you know, we start over. But they're a big part of that.
Donnie, I know you said you were talking about multiple things as far as terms, a lot of different options as far as term. What was it about the 3 years for you that made sense? Yeah, I'm sure it made sense for a lot of different angles.
Well, again, we looked at a lot of different ways to try to come to the point we came to. I just think it's you know, find a common ground that everybody seeks to finalize a deal. It puts Charlie in a situation where he can take this platform and really launch himself into the player we all believe he is and will become, both on and off the ice, incorporating you know, leadership qualities he exhibits as well. So for us, I think it's just a good compromise, a middle ground that allows him to take it wherever he's capable of taking it. And the Bruins will be there when he does.
Donnie, during your career, or throughout your career, how did you learn the art of negotiations?
Well, I mean, I think it's a communication. communication process, first and foremost. Everybody has the information to be able to digest, and you just have to communicate. It's not about winning deals. This has nothing to do with winning deals. It's just about finding a place where both parties feel good about moving forward. And my own situations over the years, I felt good when I signed my contracts, and that's what you ultimately want the player to feel. And that's what you have to accept as a manager and a person, trying to get to that point, to push and push and push until you just find that common ground, and you're hopeful that you're going to be able to do that. It takes time, but the communication has to be there, and we're fortunate to be able to do that. And Charlie's been part of that, and his group, they worked hard. Mike and Rick and your group, they worked hard to make sure this happened, but Charlie's a big part of that as well.
So Don, you mentioned what Charlie already is and what he can be, but on the flip side, he still had the 10-2C status. So how do you split the ground in terms of?
It was not really the 10-2C was not really part of this process. There are touch points, I think, in the negotiation that you hit upon on both sides, and the forecasting aspect of negotiations. But we made a decision. We had no regrets in terms of what our decision was. Charlie, as we had talked about today, as a matter of fact, he was ready to play in that situation. I think he backed that up. It wasn't really part of the process.
Do you have enough space to sign the last guy without making another move? Mm-hmm. And with John Moore's situation, do you anticipate that LTIR, will you maybe have to use that, or?
It depends on the term of the next deal.
But
we have, obviously the opportunity to do that if we need to, because he's not going to start the season. Kevin won't start the season either.
So you're open to it though? It's not. You're not trying to
exercising it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we need to.
Okay.
Donnie, I know Charlie, you stayed around here this summer. What's that mean to you when you see a young player want to still be around here, be near the team, be near the facility in the off season?
Well, that's every player's individual decision. I think we have a facility that's world class for everybody to utilize. Our staff certainly is available if they need treatment or certain guys in rehab. It's a fantastic city to spend the summer in. Everybody has their own motivations to spend time here, but it's up to the individual player to do that. I think it's great that players are integrated into the city year round, but it's certainly within their right to go off and spend time with their family or have their own place to slip away to. So it's the best of both worlds from where I sit.
We've been talking for a long time, but how much did the Werenski deal getting done set up kind of a template for you?
Again, every player, every situation in the contract, become a comparable, and as an organization, we'll never run from those comparables. When you get into the negotiations, you talk openly about where players. It's not about slotting; it's just about, from a comparison standpoint, the impact on your own team. It's a framework that may exist if you end up with a similar deal in time frame. But everybody brings. Every player in every situation certainly bring context to the discussions.
Charlie, did the guys expect you to take them out to dinner now? Did they pay for a team dinner or anything like that?
I'm sure there'd be some sort of hack from the older guys, but I know it's all in good fun. It's kind of the relationship we all have.
Charlie, what are you looking for just individually in terms of your game coming into this season that maybe you felt needed some work last year and now you're going to improve that?
Well, I think overall as a player, I think I always strive to become better, to grow in all aspects, to reach my full potential. I think as Don stated, and this is an opportunity for me to grow into the player that I become. And obviously I've had a little bit of bad luck as far as injuries go, and just little stuff like that. Some things are out of your control. But I've always been fortunate to have the support of the organization through all that, which means a whole lot to me. But this is just my goal is to go out and become the best hockey player I can be, to grow into one of the best defensemen. Hopefully in the league. I mean, I feel like the sky is the limit. I'm going to continue to push myself every single day, to grow and be better and do everything I can for this team. And I feel like this, this is an opportunity, a bit of a window here for me to go and do just that.
Take two more.
So you brought up Kevin. You guys have definitely loved him being ready to start the year. Is that?
Yeah, Kevin's timeline, won't be for opening day. He hasn't even been back on the ice, but he's got another test upcoming, right around the 24th, I do believe. That will determine, his next step in his progression of rehab. And, obviously we're going to be very cautious and take the absolute necessary steps for Kevin to have full recovery